Hello, Exilees, and welcome to another edition of Motown Exile. My name is Ryan Relkin. This edition of Motown Exile comes to you less than about 12 hours or so, 15 hours, from the start of legal tampering in NFL free agency. What does that mean? That's the time before the NFL new year begins on March 11th. So March the 9th, teams can start legally negotiating with other teams' players and begin to offer contracts. Now, nothing is final until the new league year starts on March 11th, but that doesn't mean that teams won't be busy, and teams have been busy behind the scenes, I'm sure. So you might be like me and asking, what are the Detroit Lions going to do? And my answer to you is, I sure as hell don't know. If you know, you're a better person than me, because it has been crickets out of Lions camp. You have one set of talking heads saying that the team is going to not do anything during free agency and it's going to be very quiet. And then you have another head saying another bunch of talking heads saying they're going to make a splash. I don't know what they're going to do. I've kind of given up, to be honest with you, because it has become a little bit frustrating hoping that this team will do something. And then it seems trade deadlines come, free agency comes, and we get crickets. So I guess what I'm saying is I really just don't know what's going to happen. I hope that Brad Holmes in particular recognizes that this team has some holes to fill. So the last time I talked to you guys, Taylor Decker was a member of the Detroit Lions. Now Taylor Decker has been released. He requested his release. And so we've got another hole to fill there on our offensive line. So now we need a starting tackle. We might need at least one starting safety. We may need a starting cornerback. We need a backup running back. We need a defensive end to go along with Aiden Hutchinson. And forgive me if I'm a little bit negative on that. I don't know. I just don't know. And on one hand, I'm happy because Brad Holmes does play it close to the vest. He doesn't tip his hands too much. But on the other hand, I've waited too long for this team to step out from the shadows. We've all waited too long for this team to take its rightful place. And for us fans to take our rightful place as fans of the premier team in the National Football League. Now, I know there are other long-suffering fan bases, but there isn't a single franchise that can hold a candle to the suffering of the Detroit Lions. And it goes on and on and on and on. And we're still waiting for news on whether or not Terrion Arnold is going to be back, if he's going to be charged with crimes. We don't know. I've got another video about that where I go in depth and talk about and educate you a little bit on how this all came about. There are some rumors out there that the Lions actually were close to a trade with the Las Vegas Raiders for Max Crosby, and Terrion Arnold was supposed to be the player who was going to be included in that deal along with 2 first-round picks. Now, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope Terrion Arnold is not guilty of any crimes. I hope that he comes back and he develops into the player we all hoped and thought he would be. But the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. And Terrion, I mean, he's leaving a lot to be desired. I mean, he got called out by Kelvin Shepard that he needed to focus on playing, stop talking about being a great player and go out and be a great player, and that just hasn't happened. So there are a ton of mysteries for the Detroit Lions heading into tomorrow's legal tampering period where free agency rumors are going to fly. Nothing, like I said, will be finalized until after the new league year starts on March the 11th, but there's going to be a lot of news. So expect to see me here and there. I'm going to try and get on whenever I can. If I hear rumors or I hear something that's worth talking to you all about, I'll jump on. I may even go live a couple of times. I'm still not super comfortable with the going live part just because it feels like I can put together a better show if I just record it and then produce it and then release it shortly after. But if something's big, I definitely will go live, and hopefully I'll get more comfortable with that. We can do more live casts coming up. So NFL free agency is on the horizon. We're going to start to build the 2026 Detroit Lions. Between you and me, let's hope that they give us some reason to hope. And on that note, if you like what you saw today, please like or subscribe to this show. We're looking to try to get 100 subscribers by April 1st. We're at about 35 right now, and we may or may not make that mark, but we're hoping that you'll help us get us closer there. Even if we don't make it, it's all right. We're making some good progress. It takes time on these YouTube things. So anyway, thanks again for coming out tonight. We appreciate you, and stay tuned for more Lions news and updates. Also, if you have a chance, got a new website that's going to be unleashed or released, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And it's MotownExile.com. That's coming out pretty soon. Looking to do some really neat things and some innovative things on there, such as creating places for fans to join up for out-of-town trips, fans who are living in exile to get together, hang out, have watch parties, things like that, because there are Detroit fans everywhere that you look. So have a great night. We'll see you next time on Motown Exile.